What is up? What's good? What's happening? Welcome one, welcome all to the newly and improved. I haven't fucking made a video in a long while. And there's a lot I want to talk about. And it's like, it's not One Piece related, it's more like life related. This is just everything that's been going on. There's only 22 of you that are following me right now, and I apologize because I haven't uploaded in like a whole entire week. But I've just had so much shit going on. I didn't have internet for 3 weeks. We finally got it fixed. And instead of being like the normal like 5 to 10 megabits per second download speed, upload speed, like 2 to 4 megabits per second, I'm working with the fucking kilobits. Kilo. And in this case, a kilo is not a good thing. A kilobit is 1/1000th of a megabit. And a megabit is 1/1000th of a gigabit. So, if you want to know what I'm working with 1/100,000th to the degree of internet speed. I lost my hair over this shit. Like, I can't believe it. I can't wait to have good internet again. This is fucking garbage. Bought a $75 Ethernet cable so I can load it up to my new PC. Oh, I built a new PC. I'm gonna take you guys down the old road. Welcome. Look at all them wires. I have so much shit going on. I have tons of wires. That's my Ethernet cable. Because I have to go through a hallway, down the stairs, cross the living room, into the mud room. Because our router's in the mud room. And I wish the router was up here. And this is just a insane thing. But I built that. I'm way proud of it. I'm really stoked. So I have a 8-core processor here. And it's a Ryzen one, and that glowing circle is the CPU fan, which is the processor over the CPU. You can't really see much. It's my graphics card. I have an X470 motherboard. One piece. I have 16 gigs of RAM. A 1060, 1050 Ti. I can't remember which one it is, graphics card. The sound doesn't work from the graphics card to the monitor. I also didn't pay for Windows 10. And I don't know if that's the issue, but I can't seem to fix it. So my audio right now is plugged into a speaker through an audio jack so I can listen back to whatever the fuck I'm saying. It's tough, but it runs so quick. Boot up time is less than a second. It supposedly runs fast on good internet. Processing, we're going to figure out how much or how long it's going to take to render this video. This video is going to be fucking a long boy, and I'm going to throw it up there. What else do I have in there? I have like a, you can't see it, but down there is the power supply shroud, and I have a 650 gold plated because we don't fuck with no bronze because that's scrubby. 650 watt power supply. I don't know what else that I put in there. Oh, I got 2 terabytes. I got a 2 terabyte hard drive, 500 gigabyte, or a 2 terabyte hard drive, 500 gigabyte SSD coming in. So I'm stoked on that. See that up there? That's my Wi-Fi adapter to hopefully boost internet speeds too. And if you can see back here, that glowing yellow one, that's my Ethernet cable. It doesn't really work hand in hand. I have my headset, in case any of y'all want to get nasty on the mics, you know, chat it up, be like, I love Sanji. I'm going to be like, you're a bitch. Not kidding, though. Or, no, I'm kidding, though, because I do like Sanji. Sanji's a cool character. Top 30. Usopp top 50. Zoro and Luffy top 10 for favorite characters. There's the surround sound system that I was speaking about earlier, where all my videos are coming out of. There's the monitor itself. Pretty sick. Cool little mechanical keyboard. I don't want to press any buttons because it might stop recording stuff. And look at this. I have a mouse with 1 through 12 on the side, a double left click button, a left click button, a mouse wheel, double mouse wheel, a right click button, some crazy mouse. I got it for like $20 off of Amazon. Shout outs to Amazon because they literally had everything that I needed to build this PC. And I didn't want to shop like over a bunch of different places and have it all ship way different. And since I'm a student, got Amazon Prime for free for 6 months. Then after the 6 months trial, it's going down to $4.99 instead of $15.99. So in case I need anything, I got Amazon Prime. It's sick. I'm going to show you the rest. The blue snowball microphone. There's my retainer on the bed, a lightsaber. Here's my Walmart bag that I bought a lot of stuff from. My Nintendo Switch holder thing up there that plugs into the TV because I play handheld all the time. We got that. Medical grade. The medical grade. Water. Because we don't drink no tap shit. Beard's coming in nice and thick. It has been a wild 3 weeks. I have my controller. And now it's dark. Ooh, scary. Who watches? Magic. Even control the fan on this bitch. Look, 3. I'm gonna turn it off because it's gonna fuck with the music and not the music, the audio. It has been ridiculous. Let's go over school. I want to talk about school. Why the fuck do I want to be a doctor? You know what I'm gonna do real quick? I'm gonna be right back. My bathroom over there. I take shits in there. Just massive dumperoonies. Big boys. Lonks. Hogs. I drop them. Taking the Browns to the Super Bowl. Back to the topic at hand. I want to be a doctor. And not like a Tony Chopper doctor. I want to be a good doctor. Roasting on Chopper. No, I want to be a sports physician. I really love the human body and what it can do. And working out, all these kinds of things. And it also just makes a fuck ton of money. Because I never want, if I ever have kids, if there's any fine honeys out there who want some of this in their life for a long time, want to bear my children, hit me up. I'm trying to find you. But I never want to... The thing about being a doctor is you make a lot of money, especially a sports physician. Even if you make it onto a college team. Like, I want to know my shit, and I want to go places. I want to meet all these sick professional people. I want to have a good-ass life, and I want my kids to never have shitty internet. Ever. Ever, ever. Like, if they want to look up Pornhub, they can do it. They can download videos to their phone. I won't judge them. Sex is a fucking normal human thing. Like, I don't want them to have to wait 10 minutes to upload 2 minutes of a video. Like, whatever video games are around. Like, if they want to play on the PC, if they want to play on the PS4, if they want to play Xbox. We don't have PS4s by the time I have kids. If they want to play Nintendo Switch 3.0 and they want to play online games, I want them to have good quality streaming internet. That's not like the main reason why I want to be a doctor. I more so want to be a doctor, specifically a sports physician, to help people with their problems regarding their bodies. The money's just one of those things. Like, it's cool. It's a 10 million. Like, think about it. If I got signed to like an NBA team, an MLB team, an NFL team, I get to meet really cool people who have a lot of money, who play sports for a living, and are freak fucking athletes, freak shows. Whether that be from like genetically blessed or the hardest of hardest training and work ethic, or both. Start working out. It'll help you. It'll make you live a long life. You'll look sexy as fuck. Nobody wants to have sex with a 250-pound man. And nobody wants to pork down a 250-pound woman. Unless you're just really into that. But for 70 to 99% of people, because I don't know the statistics right now, find some form of physical health, wellness, and maintenance to be both physically, emotionally, mentally attractive. And what I want to do is I want to be able to help people. I'm going to take this a step back real quick. So yeah, I want to be a sports physician, right? But I also want to open up my own gym and my own restaurant with the money that I make from helping the rich out. And then I want to take everything that I learn over the next 10 years, help the rich, grab that bag, give it back to the community, wherever I am. I want to help people take back their lives. Because working out is a stress reliever, it's a hormone balancer, it's a mental getter stronger. I don't really give a fuck about how I talk right now. It's been a long while, and helps your brain out by making it more fortitudable, the mental fortitude. It's just that thing that I'm the most passionate about. It's what I want to do. So, what I want to do is like 10, 12 years down the line. It's a long while down the line, and I'm going to have to learn a lot of shit. And I'm down with it. And I'm stoked, and it's fun. And because I love it, learning about shit isn't that difficult until you get into something like the endocrine system. Or the fucking whatever the liver system is in, the digestive system. Like, there's a couple of things that just... I want to just fucking die. Ow. Make sure to never jump on a bed with your glasses face down. That shit hurted. There's a few things that scare the fuck out of me, but taking classes right now, I'm taking biology, human sexuality, nutrition, and an entrepreneurship class that I like to call econ. So whenever I reference econ class, it actually is an entrepreneurship class. But bio isn't that hard because I took physiology last semester, and you're supposed to... That one really hurt, guys. My nose. You're supposed to take bio, anatomy, and chemistry before you take physiology, because physiology is the total sum of all that. And I didn't do that. Which is kind of silly on my part, because I ended up getting like a very, very high D in the class. Maybe a 70. I was fucking lost, but I loved it. I loved every second of it. Muscular system, endocrine system, lymphatic system, digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system. I think circulatory is respiratory. Everything that goes on in your body. It's so sick to me. And I love learning about that because the human body is a wild thing. But I'm in a bio class right now, and we have to learn about plants, and I don't give a shit about plants. I don't give a flying fuck about photosynthesis. I don't care. It's not what I want to do. I'm not going to be like, hey, you got enough oxygen and light? You got enough carbon dioxide and light for your plants over there? It seems to be wilting away, so you might have to give it a... water-based compound to help, speed up the process so it can give you more oxygen in your house. I don't give a fuck. God, it is so fucking boring. So bio is primarily easy because I know most of the stuff that we talk about, but I haven't gotten a in the class yet. I think I'm sitting at like a B somewhere between like 84 and 87% after this last exam, and then I have another exam tomorrow, because there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh, that's easy, I'll get it. Then I pull up to the exam or I do the homework and I'm like, fuck, I don't get it. But it's cool. Gonna get a B or higher in that class. But the other day, so we're talking about genetics, alleles, mitosis, meiosis, cellular respiration, cellular metabolism, what things, organelles, what that shit does. It's like the basis of everything. So like if you figure out organelles, you figure out organs. If you figure out specific cells, you figure out how they work in the body, blah, 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 blah. But we're talking about mitosis and meiosis the other day. Mitosis, repair, growth, replacement for cells in your whole entire body that aren't your sex cells. Skin cells, blood cells, liver cells, nervous cells, spinal cells, bone cells, all that kind of stuff. They all do mitosis, right? So it goes in a circle. Starts off with G1. You make everything. G1 checkpoint. Make sure everything's all good. S phase. S phase is the synthesis phase where the DNA is duplicated. Then you have G2 checkpoint. G2 is where everything gets together to go into mitosis. That's all called interphase. My professor would be really proud of me right now for putting this down on the video. Shout outs Torok. It's my boy. After G2, you go into cell division. And cell division is either where mitosis or meiosis could happen. In mitosis, right, you have metaphase, anaphase. I lied. You have prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. And there's a lot of shit that happens in there. And by the end of telophase, you have a whole new cell. Then it sits, whether that cell that was the duplicator or the duplicate, depending on what time the cell has, quote unquote, will then go into G0 where it does basic metabolic shit. So if you have a blood cell, it's going to be a blood cell. If you have a liver cell, it's going to be a liver cell, right? Meiosis is the reproduction or the formation of sex cells so you can hump and dump and put some kids in a woman if you're into that. If you like sucking dudes' dicks, good for you, because I'm in my human sexuality class and I accept you. The only thing I don't accept is when people get fucked by horses. No. No. That's off the market. So you go from a diploid chromosomal pair to a haploid chromosomal pair. Diploid basically means 2 sets. Haploid means 1 set. And if you had your sex chromosomes and you had the normal amount or the end product of mitosis for meiosis, you would have double sex chromosomes. So you would have XXYY or XXXY or XYYY or whatever there is, right? I don't know all of the combinations. I'm not going to spout them off right now. So basically in meiosis, your cells split by the end of it. So you have one X and one Y, right? And you get 4 of them. And it's different from male and female cells. So your eggs and your sperm. Long story short, your dad has an X and a Y, and your mom has an X and an X. And the way that the Punnett square works out, you remember in kindergarten, the square was like down the middle and 2, and then you put like the X and the Y and the X and the X, or the X and the Y and the X and the X. You get those from your parents. Those are your sex chromosomes. Those determine your sex. And then the, what do you call it? The presence or absence of male hormone determines if you're a boy or not. We're not getting that far into it today. You get an X and a Y and an X and an X from your mom and your dad, and you have a 50-50 chance, baseline genetics, to be a boy or a girl. Whoop-de-doo. That's all there is to it. There's a 50-50% chance. And the doc, I call him Doc. His name's Torok, Mike Torok. A fucking 10 million of a professor. Top 5 professors all-time college going. Said it about 400 times, right? And then one person asked, like, so is there something you can do to, like, get a boy instead of a girl? And he's like, no, it's 50-50. And then somebody else is like, is there something you can do to get a girl instead of a boy? And it's like, it's 50-50. Says this like 8 times in a row after each other. 50-50, 50-50, 50-50. And this girl in my class is a fucking idiot. Like, just does not retain information. And I don't want to be like an asshole anymore. I'm just used to being an asshole. But she just, you know those people that get on your nerves? Really get on your nerves? She's one of them. And she gets on my nerves because she doesn't apply herself to get smart. Somebody might be home. Yeah, Cheryl's home. And she goes, so I heard if you have like 3 uncles, they're more likely to have boys. And I like look at the doc, and he looks back, and I'm all, it's 50-50. And the whole class starts laughing. Cheryl! Hi! So there's a Ethernet cable? Yeah, don't trip on it. Well, I tried like duct taping it down, and it didn't duct tape down, or it didn't scotch tape down. I tried that, but our internet still sucks. Be right back. You want to be in the video? No, alright, that's fair. I'm going to close my door now. She doesn't want to be in the video at all. Which is sad. I'll show you guys here. Here's the rest of my room. Before we get back into science and school and this bitch. One Piece. Kingdom Hearts. Tennis racket. Skateboards. Snowboards. Pineapples is the park board. The Picasso painting one is the powder board. And I got some shoes down there. The pink ones are my CrossFit shoes, and the white ones are my weightlifting shoes. It's the rest of my room. And people in this class just absolutely do not fucking give a shit about learning at all. And it just irks me. One, because I'm way passionate about it. Boy texted me, and I gotta give him a ride tomorrow. Yeah, y'all working out in the morning? Question mark. And it's like, you could just pay attention for a little bit and not, like, fucking say stupid shit like that. So that's been bothering me lately, is I go into this class and I realize that I'm just surrounded by a bunch of fucking people who don't care. And I can't be mad at them for not caring, because not every person's going to care about biology. Not every person's trying to be a doctor. Not every person needs this for a requirement to get into their field. They just have to take it as a baseline requirement for their GED. Which, it's like, I think we should change the educational system to where, like, whatever you're going to school for, right, should only require the GED stuff that influences that part of it. So, like, if you're going to be an English major, you don't need chemistry. If you're going to be a bio major, you don't need humanities. I don't know. Like, if you're going to be a psych major, you don't have to take fucking calc. You just go into people's brains, right? Like, you don't need calculus to do brain surgery, and you don't need calculus to tell somebody that they're fucking their wife and that's the root of their marriage issues. You don't need that. And so I, like, wish that would change in the colleges. And moving on to the next one, because this one's 10 million. So I'm taking sex ed. It's called human sexuality, and you just learn about a bunch of shit about, like, the human body in regards to sex. And then you would learn, like, world views, political views around the world, religious views around the world, all this kind of stuff, right? And we have been talking about vaginas and labias and corpus luteums and all kinds of shit, ovaries, for like the last 3 weeks, and we finally get to talk about dicks and nuts. And the class is just wild. I'm gonna, like, record part of it for a video one day, and I just get absolutely ignorant in there, yelling shit like, I eat ass, like, and then the professor will be like, well, what do you mean? Like, I heard about that bleaching asshole technique, and I'm like, yeah, you can't eat a meal off of a dirty dinner table. And then people are like, you right, but you wild. And I'm like, yeah, bleach your shit. Then I, like, look at all the girls, and I'm like, then my buddy sits next to me, and it's just a fun time. And then I have nutrition, and I have not learned, we're in about midterms, and I have not learned a single fucking thing from the professor in nutrition. So I stopped going to class and just started doing everything online. Imagine the One Piece flag is a what do you call those things? A projector, like a board where the projector puts onto it, and she has a PowerPoint for every fucking chapter, and she just reads the word for word, verbatim, whatever she wrote on her slides. Doesn't give you any extra information. If you ask her a question, she says refer to the slide. Doesn't know how to teach the class. It's at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's a fucking snoozer. I can't believe it. And this is how she teaches it. So, like, we'll say the flag is the front of the class, right? She's like this. In the back of the class, on a computer like my computer, staring at the board and reading it off. I'm going to give you an example. Carbohydrates have 4 kilocalories. Proteins have 4 kilocalories. Fats have 9 kilocalories per gram. Oh, I guess I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let me slap the slide. Slaps the slide. And then the next slide will literally just say per gram. Like, that's it. It's... Oh, I want to stick a pencil in my ear and slap my head on the table and have the pencil come out my other ear. The class is a snoozer. Except for, I'm going to be real with you guys. We had an online test, and the test is made from a random website. It's not a random website. I just don't know the website name. But it's like the same website that like NASM goes through, like the nutrition shit for like your PT certs and stuff. And nothing we learned in class was on the test, and I started realizing that about halfway through the test, and then I started cheating on the test, and I got a D. So I'm gonna have to do my own research on all that kind of stuff and figure that all out. But nutrition in essence would be fun if I didn't have such a god awful professor. And then our last class, which is econ. Remember what I said earlier? Econ actually means entrepreneurship. In the econ class, you pick like one thing and you talk about it for like 4 weeks. I think we've talked about maybe like 3 subjects in total. And the class is worth 2 units, and it's only a half-long semester class, so the class actually ends tomorrow, but I'm going to Vegas tomorrow after my bio exam to go watch my brother's girlfriend weightlift with my brother and my mom and his roommate, which everyone that I just said, brother, roommate, and girlfriend, and I are all moving up to Oregon. Well, they're already all in Oregon, so I'm moving up to Oregon in 2 months, less than 2 months. I'm stoked on that. And we're all going to go watch her weightlift in Vegas. And I plan on doing a little bit of videotaping for a small miniature video. May or may not do a live reaction on the phone. Don't know how I'm going to do that. Or I can just bring my laptop and film it and hopefully try and put it up. Might try that. No promises. Speaking of videos like that, I haven't done a One Piece video in a while. And to be honest, starting off as a content creator and getting into this, even though I've been reading One Piece for about 2 years now, and then grew up watching the anime, and then stopped watching the anime at like, I don't know, 14, 15 or something. I think I stopped watching during the Alabasta arc, and then when I was like living out in Sacramento 2-3 years ago, I started like on my days off because I was so tired because I was working like 70, 80 hour weeks. I wouldn't do anything. And I would just sit home and fucking beat my meat. And then I was like, oh, I used to watch anime. Let's go watch that. And then I watched Naruto. Then I was like, what's the other one about the pirates? And I was like, oh, One Piece. And then I like happened to click the episode. I didn't even look it up. I just happened to click the episode right before the final fight with Luffy and Crocodile. And then I watched Alabasta all the way up until I think it was like middle of Dressrosa where the anime was, where I then switched from the anime to the manga and started reading it. And then I like casually read it for a while. Then I started joining like Discords and like watching YouTubers because I realized there was a community. But the hardest thing about being like a new content creator is not trying to rip off other people, but then also trying to come up with videos that can match and or beat theirs. Not beat theirs, because I literally get fucking 5 views a video on my channel right now because I have 22 subscribers, and about 16 of them are close friends and family who don't even watch my shit. I just told them to subscribe, and they subscribed. And I appreciate everyone on the channel, though. I do. Really appreciate you guys. But it's so hard trying to come up with like ideas and then articulate them well enough to get recognized. And I was at a point probably like 2-3 weeks ago where I had about 16 ideas, filmed them all, rewatched all of them because I didn't upload them because I didn't have internet. And then I watched them and I was like, those aren't good. But then I watched like my first videos and I was like, okay, those also aren't good, but I have to put out like quote unquote shit content before I actually get good enough to like do what I really want to do. And that's what I really just want to do with the One Piece community, is be a well-known enough YouTuber to get into the community. Because I love the series. I do. But I was going to have this video talking about Kiyoshiro and Komurasaki, and then like I haven't seen like a video about Kiyoshiro and Komurasaki, but then I would watch like reviews and stuff, and then they would all explain it during that. And like I'm not good enough to be a theorist. I like more review and discussion. Then I also like a little bit of theories, just like what could happen, but not like present, just like more a little bit farther down the line. Like I like thinking about like post Wano, even though we're in Wano, because I like thinking about post Wano because I'm gonna think about how what happens in Wano affects the next arc, and so like that's like my whole thought process. And I haven't put out a whole entire One Piece video in like 2 weeks, and I feel bad. And I haven't even gotten to my 934 live reaction and my 934 review because when I didn't have internet, I was stuck in my corner of my bed. I'm gonna get the windowsill out of there because it's nasty. In my corner of my bed, propping my phone up like this against the pillow so I can get 2 bars of service. Also, by the way, Mugiwara coffee, best coffee in the world. Also, Monkey D. And then I like read the chapter and I was like, that's so cool. I wish I could have done a live reaction, and I didn't do a live reaction. And it like made me sad, and I was like, fuck. This could have gotten at least like 20 views. Fuck. And then I wanted to put out my review, and then I still didn't have internet. And then I just got caught up in school and all this kind of stuff. So I'm back. I wanted to say that during this video. I'm going to work a lot harder between balancing actual schoolwork, working out, and One Piece YouTubing. My brother's coming into town today because he drove down from Oregon to here. Then we're leaving for Vegas tomorrow. Might put up a video, or I might record it. And I can't keep saying I'm going to put up a video because I never really do it. And I just put up videos when I put up videos. So I'm going to stop that because I'm not what's the word, disciplined enough to follow through with something right now because I have so much shit going on. I'm going to try and record some stuff with him tonight or tomorrow before I go off to school. Just talk about like some weightlifting stuff, some sports, some bodybuilding, some working out, what he's been doing. He's a fucking nut. Get this, right? My name is Raslin. His name is Ranger. Our parents' name are Cheryl and Jim. I don't know how Jim and Cheryl came up with Raslin and Ranger, but Jim and Cheryl came up with Raslin and Ranger. And here we are. And he's a fucking nut. I love the kid to death, but he's a nut. He puts the nut in nutrition. And he just does like the craziest shit. Like he'll go out into like the Oregon forest and go look for mushrooms. Not even fucking psychedelic mushrooms. He'll go look out for like mushrooms you can cook because it's the healthiest way to eat. And he'll do shit like that. And he's like, I want to grow a cow so I can kill my cow and eat it. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's a 10. But where the fuck are you going to grow a cow in Oregon when you're renting out of apartments? So I'll try and film some stuff with him. Get a little bit going on. What else did I want to talk about? We discussed my shitty internet. We talked about school for a bit. Plans for the future. One Piece stuff. So the other few series that I do read, I'm going to keep it on mangas for a second. So I read My Hero and Black Clover and The Promised Neverland, and I just started watching JoJo's, and it's at 10 million, And I'm only on like episode 7 of Stardust Crusaders, the one with Jotaro. And everyone keeps saying that Jotaro's their favorite JoJo. But like me personally, Jonathan Joestar. He was my favorite so far. But I'm only 3 JoJo's in. And Joseph Joestar, the one from the second part of Battle Tendencies. I think Battle Tendencies is the name of that season, saga, whatever it is, right? The one, Jonathan's grandson. The one that fights cars and the Pillarmen. Wamu! Wamu! Caesar! I love Caesar Zappelli is a fucking 10 million of a character, by the way. And Lisa, I would fucking banger, Rooney. Where did my water go? Give me a second, it's right there. So I just started watching JoJo's, My Hero, Black Clover, Promised Neverland. I read 7 Deadly Sins, but that's like, I haven't read 7 in probably like 4 months or whatever. And the reason why I haven't put out any videos about My Hero is because, one, we were in the middle of an arc that was kind of a snoozer. The Class 1A versus Class 1B arc was like cool. Deku got his power ups, yada yada yada. I wonder how Horikoshi is gonna handle that. Oh, I read Attack on Titan too. Attack on Titan has been one of my favorites, honestly. I swear that's that medical grade. Aquapana, Toscana, natural spring water. And the reasons why I haven't done My Hero yet is because, as much as I love My Hero, I'm not as interested or influenced by it that I am One Piece. And I am thinking about doing a couple videos in the future, but I gotta do a little bit of rereading, just to get everything in order and all that kind of stuff. Black Clover, I'm gonna say like 95% sure I'll never do a video about, because I just like reading it. It's one of those ones for me, it's like a guilty pleasure for me, where it's like, I just like reading it. I don't really care about the power scaling in it, or like the characters all that much. Like, I mean, I like the Asta and Yuno, and Yami, and Finral, and Magna. And I like the cast. I'm hear that, like, there's no like passion in my voice for it, but like I love One Piece. Promised Neverland, I wonder if anyone's going to be doing a stream about it. I would like to be on a Promised Neverland stream. If anyone does it, let me know. I don't have internet to host a stream, but the Google Hangouts or whatever everybody uses, I might be able to figure that out on my internet plan right now. And I might do that. That sounds like a 10 million. A Promised Neverland stream. I watched all of Hunter x Hunter over the summer, and I got to the Chimera Ant arc, and I got to the part where Meruem fights Netero, and then I got to the part with Komugi, and then I finished Chimera Ant arc, and then I never watched the election arc, and then I just picked up the manga probably about 3 months ago, and I don't know what the fuck is going. I know what's going on, but I don't know what the fuck is going on enough to make YouTube videos about it. I'm gonna leave that to the big boys. Good series though. So yeah, that's about it for like content and stuff. Whew, this is gonna be a long boy, a 39-minute video right now. It's mostly a rant. What am I gonna call this? What should I call this one? I don't know. Hangouts. Hangouts with Ratsy. Got a couple nicknames in case you guys didn't know. Baldy, Egghead, Ratsy, The Grinder, Slinthick, Hoonier, Junior. Oh, I got a couple. I don't know what else there is. What else should I talk about? What else has been on my mind lately? I talked about moving. I'm going to be doing the move. PC. Mangas. Wife. School. I'm really shitty at Twitter. I'm pretty bad at Twitter. Nobody likes my shit on Twitter. I don't blame them. You either love it or you hate it. I want to start getting into also PC gaming because I bought this bad boy and he can do some light work if I had good enough internet with all the components that I got, which is cool because I'm doing it mainly more for video editing. But yeah, I want to pick up some PC gaming, but I don't have internet to game at all, so I've been playing. Beat Kingdom Hearts 3. Disappointed. Not disappointed, but not as good for waiting 13 years for. Is that how you word it? I loved Kingdom Hearts 3. Loved it. But I don't think it was worth a 13-year wait. Shoot me. Pokemon's coming out. Pokemon 8th Gen. Sword and Shield. Sobbles. I'm going to pick the little water dude. I saw the leaked Evos. I don't know yet. Hold up. I saw the leaked evolutions for him. Not picking Donkey Kong, and I'm not picking the like mech bunny. It looks like it could be in Star Fox. Honestly, Sobbles looks the sickest. Turns into like this water jug. What if it? I hope it's not a water fairy again, because that was the Pupperino one from Gen 7. But what if there's a starter that was a dragon? Water dragon. Because we all know Charizard was a dragon, but he was fire flying. But we all knew he was a dragon. So this would be like, I think, the first starter as an official dragon. That'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty cool. I didn't get tired of Smash, but I stopped playing it. I got pretty far up in Diablo 3, stopped playing it. All those are on the Switch. I've been replaying Monster Hunter World because I took my PS4 to my buddy's house to download Apex, to play Apex with him and my other boys because he has way sick internet, and it updated half my shit, so now I have a ton of new quests on Monster Hunter, and that's been pretty fun lately, just solo queuing in the offline world. But thank you guys for hanging out. The main reason why I'm putting out like a 45-50 minute video of me just ranting and talking about my life is because the PC that I bought is supposed to be a lot better than what I had on my laptop, because my laptop was like a 1-core 2-thread processor, like a standard like $400 like HP laptop from 2013 or something. So I bought a real big boy, the PC that I showed you guys earlier, and it's supposed to be super good for video editing. So I'm checking out the rendering time on longer videos. Probably going to put no special effects in there, and then I'm going to do another video, about a 10-minute one with a ton of special effects, see if I can get my editing game up and see how that renders. And so the specs on this for a 50-minute video, 1080p, which I'm not recording in because I think my settings are in 720 and 30 frames per second, because something spec something, and I can't record off of my webcam because I have a Logitech C930E. I can't record off of this webcam unless I download some expensive software, and I'm using OBS, and I tried fucking with the settings to put it in a 1080, but it didn't work. And that might have been with a laptop, and I haven't tried it yet with this, so I might try that too. So back to the specs. This is supposed to download or render a 50 to hour long video, no editing, 1080p in about 10 minutes. So if I can get my internet going pretty smoothly, the way that this is going to benefit me is for my live reactions. I can get them filmed and rendered by the time Braga's stream comes out. Because usually when I'm done videotaping my shit, I like to go over to Braga's stream and hear what everybody's talking about. Not to steal ideas, but just to see like the general consensus of everything. Back to like one of my original points. It's so hard trying to say something on this platform with a community this big that hasn't been said before or hasn't been like said recently. So I haven't heard this one yet, But my idea for Komurasaki, and I had the video planned out, but I never uploaded it, and then I deleted it because I didn't like it. But my original idea for Kiyoshiro and Komurasaki is that they were retainers of a daimyo, not Odin. And so the way that this works out is that they were supposed to be retainers for this other daimyo, who is then going to have a like power pact or like a coalition with Odin back in the day. And I thought, and the way that like the way I worded my video was, my thoughts were that Komurasaki was going to be the wife of Momo, right? So then it's like stronger family bonds and stuff, and Kiyoshiro was her bodyguard, and like Komurasaki would have been like super little back then, and then like Odin and whatever, like her dad, her daimyo, her father who's a daimyo, they would like marry and have like a strong family, blah blah blah, blah, right? Like that was my original idea, and I haven't really heard that one yet. But it's like what's another one? Nobody guessed Big Mom Amnesia. I didn't even guess that. But then okay, so everyone was talking about like Big Mom helping Luffy escape the prison, and everyone was talking about that. And I thought about it probably like a chapter or two before the Big Mom pirates already showed up. I was like, okay, Big Mom's probably going to be in Wano. It's probably going to be relatively close, like within the next 10 chapters. But like, there might be a subplot where she helps Luffy break out. And I was like thinking it, never said it out loud. And I was like thinking it. Like 2 chapters later, Big Mom pirate shows up. King whoops their boat's ass. Doesn't whoop their asses. King whoops their boat's ass. Mama falls out the boat. You get a chapter later and realize she has amnesia. And then now Chopper's like, yo, let's go to Udon and get Luffy free. And so it's like, it's just another point that I'm making is that it's hard on this platform unless you're verbally discussing with somebody over real time new ideas. Because by the time that I like get my reviews out, I'm trying to say what I wanted to say without being influenced by watching other people's videos. And I'm not the type of person to put off like watching videos until I get my shit done, just because like I'm still new and I'm still nervous that like if I just put something out there, it's not going to be refined as I want it to be in that time point. So there's that. But I want to thank you guys today. We're coming back. Ooh, that's a new stat. CPU is only running at 30%, which is good because if it was running at 100%, it would be overheating and it would be blowing up over there. So that's cool. I like that stat. That's pretty cool. That's good to know. Good to know. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, my rant. I will see you guys shortly. Thank you for sticking with me. If you are new to the channel, or if you happen to come across my video, subscribe. Do that. Help a brother out. Subscribe to me. Wrestling has them. I don't know how to change my YouTube name yet. And I have maybe something sick, but I don't know yet. If you dislike the video, comment down below. Get your keyboard warrioring out. Type in the chat. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you hate about me. Let me know what I can do better. Also, spread the love. Let me know what you love about me. If you have any criticisms, find me on Twitter, Radical Wrestling. Follow me on Instagram. I post once a month, but if you're sick enough, I'll send you tons of memes. I'm just a meme lord right now. My boys hate it because I just tell them to follow the pages, and I send them about 60 different pages a day, and they never follow them. I'm sorry, boys. I'm starving. I want to take a bath. Yeah, thanks for showing up. If you watched the whole entire thing, front to back, let me know. Please comment that. Please comment that you watched the whole thing. I'll give you a shout out in the next video. It doesn't mean much, but I'll shout you out on Twitter and Instagram and the next video. Because this one is a hefty boy. Oops. Look at this. Oh no! Stop. Look at my big old mouse. He's a big boy. He's a gaming mouse. He's a big boy. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Later, eggheads.